Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. Epic battle scenes, whether they're to picture or stage, call for drums. So I've got a big old drum stack. I'm working on a play right now. I've got a red wedding to score. You might have seen a video a couple days ago where I, in 30 minutes, put together a track. It's for this play I'm working on, Dunsinane. And end of Act 1, big battle scene at the party, at the wedding. Sound familiar? Very Game of Thrones. It's all about stacking up percussion, getting an exciting, dynamic, and colorful story arc over the course of the piece. Not just a beat, but a real story. Well, you know who does that well, and he's worth looking at, is Charlie Clouser. Charlie, he and I were in school together back in the day. I've known him for almost 40 years now, and he was in Nine Inch Nails, and then he's scored the Saw franchise, all of them, American Horror Story. He's got a great library out with Spitfire right now. Hammers, it happens to be on sale right now. Take a look over there. Charlie's great at this, stacking epic percussion and also creating density shifts that allow the listener to have, sort of emotional ups and downs. I'm trying to do that here. So let's take a look at my my track. And basically I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drum tracks. And that's, in a way, just the minimum amount, but I don't like to overdo. And I've mixed it up between individual hit instruments and a couple of loop libraries that have dynamic loops. So I'm using 3 or 4 different loops over the course of the piece. But here's the thing I want to point out first. My goodness, how good is this free Taiko library from Piano Book, recently posted there. I had to do a little bit of work with it, but I got to tell you, I should turn on the keyboard. Very dynamic. There's a bunch of layers there. If we look at the sample mapping, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers for all these low ones, which means it's super playable. You're probably hearing a lot of key noise. I apologize for that. But I just found this to be a very useful library for this. That was my basic performing drum library. And then I doubled it with a couple of loops from Action Strikes and also from Ethno World. And I additionally found myself using the Evelyn Glennie Resonate kit. And that has some unusual, beautiful sounds, some hits, but also kind of boingy things that give me a lot of color, as well as some bowed sounds. And these bowed sounds are really dynamic. Let's try this. Spooky, and then chains. So I'm using that to great advantage. Let's maybe listen to just the drums by themselves. I'm starting at 135. And I want to not get into it right away. And then we drop into a basic beat. Now, mostly this is performed, and I'm doubling accents with individual hits as well on the second kit. You can see it here. It says loops, but those are individual hits. And then I'm running a loop and changing the loop at least every 8 bars. The Resonate kit here is emphasizing the downbeat of every group of 4 measures. And then we're going to go into a section where there's a little dynamic. We want to kind of create color on stage, so that section gives an opportunity to focus on a section of the stage or another section, individual hits. Tempo just went up to 140. And with that tempo increase, we're building towards the end, and big hits. Trying to build some drama, soloistic, right? I'm going to add lots of instrumental color there too to build towards the end. That was great on the screen. Woo. Autofocus is not my friend sometimes with this camera. I love this camera, but you know. So I'm going to mute that stuff and listen to the instrumental tracks because we're in Scotland. I've got bagpipes, and it's going to get padded with the sort of epic choir, the new Spitfire epic choir. And as well, this mystery pad, which is from the remarkable instrument Geosonics. Now, Geosonics uses field recordings paired with like wavetable type playback to create this highly dense and really rich environment. I'm going to turn this up a little bit because I know it's very quiet. Between the choir and the mystery pad, I get a nice background. And here it all drops out. This is soloistic drums, right? And then from this moment forward, we're going to start building up. So I'm using controller data to swell things. And I'm thickening. I mean, look at the thickness of this vocal part, right? High density strings there. Same thing in the brass. Same thing in the tremolo strings. Building and building and building. Let's play the whole thing from the beginning to the end. For those of you following along at home harmonically, the end there is just the big D Dorian stack. There's the 9th and the 6th or 13th in there as well. So it's a pretty high density. Am I using every one of the notes in the scale? I don't think there's a G in there. Yeah, no G. We don't want it, no stinking fourth so loud. I hope this has been useful. Stacking drums to get that sound, creating shape, and opportunities for our sound designer to clip sections in case the director needs to do something different. You know, you hand something off like this to a director and you hope it's going to spark their imagination. You hope it's close to what they were looking for or way past what they even imagined was possible. I'm always aiming to amaze and astound my directors. Under promise, over deliver. Listen, I hope this has been useful, and like and subscribe, ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.